I'm on the phone here with a girl named Sue that I went to school with years ago. I knew her as a child, and she was really a neat friend. I liked her. We had a lot of good times as kids in probably what, Sue, 4th and 5th grade?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, and all through junior high?
Yep, and high school.
And high school too. You were in Freedom with me there too.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't that wild? So
Gosh.
I just got in contact with you on Facebook and found out that you're looking at becoming a vegetarian. Is this true?
Yes, it is.
Wow, and possibly vegan?
Yes.
Yeah?
Definitely, yes.
That's pretty neat. So what inspired you to do that?
Animals. Actually, chemicals.
Chemicals.
What they do to poor animals, the chemicals that they shoot up into these animals before we get to them,
Mm-hmm.
before we eat them.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. I think it's kind of sad that we think as humans that we have the right to do these kind of things to other beings, you know?
Exactly.
Right. Wow, so that's interesting. It wasn't really for health reasons.
That came a little later.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of health issues that are in my family, and knowing that I'm next in line to receive those gifts, it'd be easier if I didn't have to think about them. And if I could kind of make my diet clean
Mm-hmm.
and go all natural, I think I have a pretty good chance of not getting what's coming my direction.
Yeah. What do you feel like might be coming in your direction if you don't change the way you eat?
Cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure.
So you feel like from what you've learned that you think changing your diet can affect these outcomes for you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty cool.
I've been looking into a lot of it. I've been watching a lot of documentaries and been reading a lot. And I've been looking on your website, and you've opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Oh,
And-
cool.
And it's amazing
Yeah.
how people can change themselves. Society doesn't make it easy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It really doesn't. I mean, it's just not set up that way. And it takes something to happen in your life to open your eyes. And a lot of times you have to hear it or see it from many different aspects and many different angles and just from different areas. And a lot of times things don't sink in right away. And then something happens where it just makes you start to look at things,
Exactly.
you know. I think that's cool that I'm a part of your changes. I think that's so awesome, Susan.
So do I. So
Yeah.
do I.
That's so cool. And I know you had a lot of illness in your family and a lot of really hard times with illness, man.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, with your mom and your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of scary when you think, you know, we were just talking that it was 30 years ago when we graduated from high school, which is insane. How did that happen so fast?
But you know what? I don't know where those years have gone, because I don't feel like I'm 30 years older.
Yeah.
I really don't. And, you know, cleaning, making yourself, I would call it making yourself clean, makes you feel a lot younger.
It's true. It's true. And I've
I
had...
have all the aches and pains like everybody else has, and you can move a lot better, and you can think a lot clearer. It's amazing.
Yeah. So you changed your diet pretty much already. Like, are you eating a lot more fruits and vegetables and things like that?
Yes. Yes. And a lot more on the organic side.
That's
I
awesome.
go to a lot more local farmers markets. I go out to Lee's Fort to the Amish.
Yeah.
I do a lot of fresh food shopping outside of the grocery store.
How about raw foods? Are you eating much in the raw? You know, like a lot of fruits and maybe salads and things like that?
Mostly salads, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. So,
You know, I take bags and stuff to work with me because I work night shift. And I snack on a lot of raw vegetables throughout the night.
that's awesome.
You know, instead of watching everybody eat their pretzels and their candy and their cookies, I kick them out of my office and I just have what I want to eat in front of me.
I'm so proud of you because I remember at school when we'd have these little gatherings and stuff, all the moms used to bring the cupcakes, and our moms were pretty heavy, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone was eating cupcakes and just junk, you know, just junk.
That scares me too.
There wasn't even an apple or an orange to be seen anywhere, or a banana, honestly, right?
Never at school.
Yeah.
That was just something that was never heard of when you had your little parties.
Yeah. We'd have our little pizza and our chocolate milk and our hot dogs and chocolate milk and our chicken and rice, which I used to really like, actually. But, yeah, it's kind of sad what we're doing to our kids, man. You don't see a skinny kid around these days.
No, it's horrible. And the ones you do see skinny is only because they inherited that. You know, the high metabolism, and I just... And when they grow up, they're not that skinny anymore.
Yeah, and they're not usually feeling that well either. It's so sad to see these kids.
Yes.
Yeah, the kids that are getting diseases that are normally adult diseases, diabetes and things like that. And,
Definitely.
you know, I don't have to tell you that. You know that already.
Yes. Knock on wood, where I'm working right now, I am there 6.5 years, and I've been out sick from being sick with the flu once. Other than that, I go to work every day when I have to go to work.
I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you, man. It'll be so good to see you. Susan actually checked on my Facebook page and saw that I had a bunch of books to give away. And the books I have are mostly vegetarian and vegan books, recipe books. And I'll tell you, I'm mostly raw now and I eat real simple, so I don't really use the books anymore. And it's time to just start cleaning things out, springtime. And I think these books would find a home with someone like you because, you know, it's really good recipes and it's a good step in the right direction for sure.
And that's what I need. I need a little direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're 47 years old and you've lived all those years hitting the fast food restaurants, family reunions with everybody, all this rich food and all this processed stuff. And all your commercial and television about your processed food. And in order for you to become clean and a vegan, even a vegetarian, you need to learn what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's so different from what we grew up with that most people, and that's what I do. I teach people how to chop veggies and how to prep food and make delicious meals that are healthy. They're actually really healthy, not just pretend healthy, you know, like a lot of the foods out there they're saying are health foods like yogurt and things like that, and they're really not. So it's good to have people to help you with that because I'll tell you, you don't really grow up with that. I mean, I guess I'm lucky. My mom, she cooked some I guess you would say they were healthy meals at the time, but you know, really when it comes down to it, it's the fresh fruits and the fresh veggies, raw live foods that really give you the energy.
I mean, it's hard. My father was German, my mother Pennsylvania Dutch. That's hard. I mean, growing up with, you know, the pork and, you know, not as much vegetables as you do your meat and your pasta.
Right. That's the focus.
You know, and then you're not taught anything new.
Yeah.
Because, you know, your parents are set in their ways, and it's whatever they put on the table is what you eat.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're okay with it because it's what you know and you're familiar with it. And right. And it usually takes some kind of life event, whether it's illness or seeing the suffering of animals or seeing what the environmental impacts are of what you're consuming.
And I live in I work in an assisted living facility.
Oh, that's a rough job.
I deal with a lot of older people. And to see them suffer the way, you know, being sick and the medications these people have to take, you know, and the food that they serve is a lot of processed food.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I can't handle watching it.
All of them have diabetes, so...
Mm-hmm. And they pump them up full of insulin, and then they give them sugar and soda, and then they pump them up with more insulin, and it drives me nuts. When my dad was in Graysdale, I'll tell you, watching that, you know, and you know,
it's horrifying to see this stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if I could take those people and have a month with them, God, even 2 weeks, you know, and just say, okay, come to stay at Itzy's old folks' home, and you're going to be walking up the mountain, and in no time you're going to be feeling good again, you know.
Exactly, live in the country for a little bit.
Yeah, and eat some real food and drink some juices and things like that, you know. But I don't have the power to do that. I wish I had the power to do that. Maybe someday.
I know, right?
Yeah, maybe someday, man, and really change things.
What upsets me the most is the fact that you look at your older, like my older residents I have, a lot of them never knew about a lot of these processed foods. They've never eaten a lot of this stuff until they've come to where I work.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but you know what? Processed food's cheaper.
Yeah, and faster and easier.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's what they look for.
Yeah.
It floors me to see it.
Yeah, we have to get in and somehow change America to start thinking on terms of life-giving foods rather than death-giving foods, and that's really what they are. You know, you don't.
They say you do it one person at a time.
Yeah, and that's right. You're right. And that's what.
I'm proof right here.
Yeah, you're proof right there. And what's so cool is you talk about it.
Me.
Yeah,
You really have. So.
Thanks. You know, that makes me feel so good, because sometimes I wonder if what I'm doing is really getting out there, or if people really are getting anything out of it. And you're like such an inspiration. You made me feel so good, and it's just so cool to see that you're changing your life, and you're eating a lot more fruits and veggies and a lot less of the meat and dairy. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just can't wait to see you. So we have to hook up. We have to hook.
It's a lot different than I did then, and not in a good sense. But hey.
Oh, you know what? We all age, man. Age is age, you know. I got some grays going on, and you know what? I earned them.
Yeah, but exactly. You earned them.
Yeah, you earned your grays too, if you have any. Do you have any grays?
No, I took after my dad so far.
Wow, you're lucky. Well, I'm gonna end the video, but I'm gonna keep you on the phone. Is that cool?
That sounds good to me.
I just want to thank you for your time, Sue. I can't wait to see you. I'm gonna finish up this video, and if you haven't subscribed to these videos yet, please subscribe. I got a lot of good things to come. Take care. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll talk to you soon.